Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? I think I'm on and recording. What's up, guys? It's me, your boy, Hebot, and today I'm going to do a Xbox Gamer PS3 buyer's guide before they turn off the store. So, I'm signing into my account on my PS3, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to show you games that are worth your time to buy on PS3 before they close the store down, but games that actually make sense, meaning games that are only on the console that you can't get anywhere else, or that perhaps are physical in the aftermarket that are too expensive for their legacy titles. I can't recommend games that are on Xbox that are actually backwards compat, that you can play with free upgrades, and that if you own the disc already, you can just pop it in and play them, because obviously it's better to play them on Xbox. And I've seen a lot of PlayStation dudes do that. And I guess their excuse is, well, what about if they don't have an Xbox? And the truth of the matter is, if you have an Xbox One OG, you can buy one for like $50. The same argument would be, well, why would you want to own them on PS3 if you can play them on PS4 if they're games that are available on PS4, because they're the better versions. So that would be my counter argument to that logic, because if you have an Xbox One, it doesn't matter if it's the original fat. Like I said, it's about $50 in the store, and you can play all the games back to back on that console. Maybe not with the 4K upgrades with all, but obviously a better version of those games. So I'm trying to wait for the loading screen. The PS4 store, the PS3 store, excuse me, it's very slow. Very slow. Always has been. That's nothing new. Anybody that has a PS3, you know how that is. You know it comes with the territory. My camera is at a good enough angle that you guys can see. So I'll try to do this as quickly as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to games. Oh boy. There it is. There it is. Zoomed in. From games, you go in and you go to all games. And then you go into all games and you go up here to the tab that says add filter. Press on that. And my son pointed out that you go to game type. If you go to platform, it's only going to give you PS4, PS3, PS4, PS3, I'm trying to see it. And PSP, PS Vita, and PSP. But if you go to game type, you'll see it has minis. As you see there, turn off that light, please. This camera keeps on acting freaking stupid. You'll see it says PS3. I need to put down that shade as well. You see it'll say PS3, PS Minis. Let's see if I can zoom it up a little bit more. Guys, give me a sec. Okay, hopefully the lighting will help this from not unfocusing, as you see here. I'm trying to get as close as possible. I hope you guys can see this. Alright. Again, you see that it'll say minis, PS2 classics, PS3, PS Vita, PSN games, and PS classics. So we'll try to go by them by each one. Start off with the minis, and you'll see here with the minis. These are basically arcade games that are retro style that you couldn't play before, other than the arcades, or that are independent people. So One that I was recommended and that I saw is right here. This is one. This is called Gang Wars. It's actually a beat 'em up, kind of old school, cheesy, but it's only $2.99. And for the price, I mean, you own the classics, you can't really go wrong. Then we have some other stuff here, stuff like Akari Warriors 3, The Rescue. We have right here Search and Rescue, an old school classic, which you can play on PS3 and Vita as well. We got Bermuda Triangle, that's another one that I could recommend. You have POW, Prisoners of War. Prehistoric Isle is actually one that you can only play on PS3. As far as consoles, as far as I know, you can't get it on other consoles. You got Victory Road, Psycho Soldiers, which you can also play on some other platforms. Look, Street Smart is another one that I believe has only been on PS3 in their mini store. Alpha Mission is another one, which is a smooth shoot 'em up. Those are $2.99 as well as you see. Athena, $2.99. Guerrilla Wars, $2.99. Akari Warriors 1 is also $2.99. Let's see if we scroll down. And that's pretty much it. As far as the minis, those are the ones that are worth getting and investing in because they're games that you can't really acquire, any other way. Well, now we'll go to PS Classics. And in this case, a lot of these games are worth getting because, again, they're only stuck on PS2, right? And you can only get them either digital, this way, or via physical on the third-party market. But a lot of these games are very, very expensive. So, start off here with Grandia 3, a good one in the series. I think was exclusive only to PS3, and it's only $10. And Gradius 5, this was $10. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, you can play on here if you didn't have it on OG Xbox. This is the place to get it if you don't want to get PS3. This one is good to get as well. You can't get it physical, but sometimes some of them are hard to find also physical. Altered Echo, this is another one. This was also on Xbox OG, but you can get it on here, and I recommend it if you don't have it. DOA Hardcore Classics. Shin Megami Tensei's Digital Devil Saga. See here. These are all here. These are rotated Shin Megami Tensei series. And this one is Persona 4, which I believe is the fighter. This is another one I can recommend. Blowout, it's $9 as well. It's a fun top-down shooter like actually also a PPX. But if you only have the PS3 or have the PS3, here's your preferred platform that you can get here. It's harder to get physical. Contra, Neo Contra is only exclusive to PS2, which you can play via PS3. This one I recommend because I believe it goes for the high price. Okay. Trapped is another like hidden gem, different style game. That was another one you should get here. Fatal Frame 3. Capcom Fighting Evolution, unless you have it on the Dreamcast, then like I said, preferred place to play is Xbox. Is PlayStation. Then get it on PS3. Mark of Kree, the first one. Mystic Heroes is another classic that I could recommend. Crimson Sea 2 is another one I could recommend, which I believe Part 2 only came out to PS2, and Part 1 was exclusive to the Xbox OG. So I don't know the price range on this on the aftermarket, but I believe it goes for a little bit pricey physical. So this one's one I could recommend for you to purchase. The Red Star, which I have physical, is definitely one that goes for high price, and I could recommend. Capcom vs. SNK 2. This goes for a very high price as well. The Castlevania, The Mount of Innocence, that one is also hard to get physical and sometimes very pricey. Here is the Contra Shattered Soldiers. Another one that was exclusive and was hard to get physical, and it's kind of pricey. The Warriors, as well, you could get it on Xbox OG, just like Man Up. But if you prefer place-to-play PlayStation, then you can pick it up here. PS3. Fatal Frame 2 is another one. The original Fatal Frame 1. The original RPG Maker 3. I believe that the whole Liberty's Stories. This is also one that you can really let's see. Twisted Metal Black. That's another one. High Price. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Siren 1. Ryguard, the first one, even though they made a remake for the Wii. But this is one that's hard to get also, or has become harder to get with time. Rough Trigger is a platformer that is kind of obscure. People didn't really play it. Psychonauts, I would recommend, but honestly, if you have the Xbox One or any of the new Xboxes, you can play it back to back. Free upgrades if you have the OG Xbox version, and it's worth better playing it there. So I can't really recommend that. But Shinobi, I can. This is exclusive only to PS2. Let's see, Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain, another one. Max Payne, I believe that's not back on OG. I'm not sure, it could be wrong, but I don't think so. Harvest Moon, God Hands, this is exclusive also. Griminor, or Grim Griminor. This is another exclusive that we like. Odin Sphere, you can get it on PS4, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but this is a cheaper option, right? And Maximo 1, the 3D successor or spiritual successor to Ghouls and Ghosts. So now we'll go back, and now we'll take a quick look at what you can get for PS3. As far as what's only available on PS3 only. And this is the only way you can play set games. These set, games. They get Odin Sphere on PS3. I didn't even know that. So yeah, I would recommend that on PlayStation. So as we scroll down, it's going to be a lot of stuff you see already. Let's see, going down. Down. There's really not many here, but X Blades Lost Memory, that's another one. I believe it's only on PlayStation 3. Legend of K, if you're not on Xbox 360 or on Nintendo's console, you can get it there as well. But if you only prefer PlayStation, then PS3 has it. I don't think it's on PS4. As you see, they have a lot of the older, something like Escape Island. This is something that you can get on 360 as well, but for PlayStation, they have it there. Let's see. As we scroll down, Natural Doctrine is exclusive only to PS3. Persona 4 Ultimate is, I believe, they're discovered only on 360, which you can only get here. Renaissance of Fate is also a remaster of the one that was on Xbox, I believe, on 360. But you can get it here on PS3. This is I would recommend it. It's a good game from Sega. The Tales of Exila 2. Then you have games like City 3, which you could also play on Xbox. But again, If your preferred platform is PlayStation, I would recommend it here. Ratchet and Clank, obviously. Tools of Destruction, only available on PS3. One of my favorite ones in 3D form. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Stars, you can also get on PS4, so it depends on where you want to play it, but it's a PlayStation exclusive is what I'm saying. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, but this is a game you can play on the 360 via back compat with better quality and basically for free if you own the disc. Earth Defense Force 2025, I believe it's also on PS4, but again it depends what PlayStation console you want to play. They have it available there and they have it on the Xbox or Switch. Into the Nexus, Ratchet and Clank. God of War Ascension, of course. You can't find it physical. It might be a better bet to get it digitally. Again, games like Street Fighter Tekken, Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, Lost Planet 3. You can play this on via back compat as well with 360. With the Xbox also. So I would recommend for you to play it there instead. But Killer is Dead, you can also play backwards compat, so I can't recommend those. Black Series, also Blacklist, also you can play on Xbox. Dragon's Crown, if you don't own the PS4 version, you can definitely play it on PS4 as well, but that's one that you can play on PS3 if you have only the PS3 if you choose to play it there. Binary Domain is on Xbox 360 but not back compat. So this one I would recommend if you can't find it because it's a very good game if you choose to play on PS3. Lad is back compat on Xbox. Remember Me is another one that's on Xbox, but you can only play it through the console of the 360. So if you want it on PS3, this is your preferred platform. Then pick it up here. Earth Defense Force, Insect Armageddon is another one. Obviously the Sigma series, but now it's coming out to all consoles, so I can't really recommend it because you better off playing in the next new generation console. You see here we have Deadly Premonition. They made a new version of this for the Switch, so if you want to play it on PS3 and not the Switch, you can buy it here because it's dedicated to only PS3, and this is the director's cut. Anarchy Reigns is another good game. Soul Calibur 4, Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, which is the third one in the series. These are also games that were 360, but you can play them on PS3 if that's your preferred platform. Same thing like Quantum Theory. Metal Gear Solid Revengeance is back compat on Xbox consoles now, so I would recommend it there instead. Same thing with Crysis 3. Persona 5 Arena, this is also on 360. But if you choose to play on PlayStation, then you should buy it here. Dead Space 3 is back compat on the Xbox console, so I can't recommend that. Same thing with Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform. Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, that's another one that is exclusive to PS3. The Ni no Kuni Wrath of White Witch. That's another one that you should be able to play here, but I believe it's exclusive to PS3 as well. I would recommend. Ratchet and Clank, the Full Frontal. Full Throttle. Little Big Planet Kart Racing. Twisted Metal. This is one here that I definitely would recommend. This is House of the Dead Overkill. It was like a brand new interpretation of House of the Dead that they did. I own it physical, but this game I think has become harder to find. It might be a little pricey in the aftermarket. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe so. And this is the extended cut. This was also on the Wii, but this is the superior version. Better graphic quality, resolution, better frame rate, stability, and added content. That's why it's called the extended cut. So I would recommend this wholeheartedly here. If you don't own it, buy it digital. It's only $20. King of Fighters, I believe this is number 18, right? No, 8. I don't know if this was a 3D one. Let's look at some of the screenshots. Yeah, I don't know if this came out to Xbox 360 yet. I want to say it did, but if it did, then my advice would be if you're on PS3 and that's your preferred platform, or PlayStation in general, you should pick it up, even though it's a little pricey. It's $29.99. The Resident Evil Operations Raccoon City, these were all on PlayStation, so that's another one I would recommend. Obviously, the Uncharted are available on PS4, PS5, so there's no real point in owning them here, even if you're a PlayStation owner or only player. Force Unleashed 2, I recommend it that you can play it on Xbox because it's actually free via back and back. Same thing like Payne and Lynch 2. Same thing like Grand Theft Auto 4. The Jackson Daxter collection, I believe they have it on PS4 as well. But if you don't play on PS4 and only want to play on PS3, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter if it's older or not, you can buy it here for $10. That's one I could recommend. Payne and Lynch 1, I don't know if it's back compatible on Xbox, but you can play it on 360. But if you only play on PlayStation, then this one is one I would recommend as well. Same thing like Super Ico, obviously. Crisis 2. And obviously Shadow of the Colossus remastered on PS4. So if you want to play the old one, just for nostalgia, I would recommend it. But obviously, if you like that one, you probably own the new remaster more than likely. Toy Story 3, believe it or not, it's a very good platformer. It's on 360, but it's not back compatible. So it is back compatible. Yeah, it is back compatible. So you can play it on the Xbox, back compatible. But they have it on PS3. It is a good game. MotorStorm Apocalypse was a PS3 exclusive. This is a good game, that racing arcade style with a lot of chaos that I would recommend as well. Let's see. Alice is back compatible on Xbox, so I couldn't really recommend that. But the best place would be on Xbox. Now, Ratchet & Clank All for One, definitely is one that you should pick up because it's exclusive to the PS3. Dead Space 2 and 1, they're all back on Xbox. Same thing like Fight Night Champions. So your best bet would be on Xbox. Same thing with Bulletstorm, but they have a remaster of that. The God of War Collection, that's the one from the PSP versions that they made playable on PS3, which I don't know if it's easy to get physical, but if it's not, then I would recommend it. You can buy a bundle here, or you can buy them separate. One is $14, one is $9. But if you buy them separate, it's more money. By the collection, it's together, it's cheaper. And then that's it. And Infamous 2, you can buy here as well, because it's not back in PS4 or anything like that. So I would recommend you pick that up, and the Sly Cooper collection as well. So as for PS3 games, I believe those are the ones that I honestly feel wholeheartedly are the ones that you guys should go out your way and pick up if you can learn it. Because, you know, the fact that they're only available here, or if it's only on 360 but not back to back, and it's your preferred place to play on PlayStation, well, that's where you should get it. Let's go to PSN Now. Really fast. PSN Now. And as you see here, PSN Now, these are games that are just strictly digital. That were only in the digital market space. But what I gotta do is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recommend to you only when you can play only on PS3, because a lot of these are on 360, Xbox One, PS4, and you can actually play them on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So I'll just recommend the ones that, you know, are only on PS3. I believe this Amplitude is one of them. Let's see. It says Shooter Space Shot. What is this? This is a shooter game? Oh, I've never seen this. Yeah, I think I'll probably pick this up. This looks actually good. Look at this. Son, have you ever seen this? Shooter Space Shot. This is kind of weird because this is under, you know, digital only, but I've never seen it. So, yeah, I wanna pick that up. This is what I would recommend. Shooter Space Shot, a PlayStation 1 classic. This is also Anna, the extended edition. It's a survival horror puzzle platformer. So that I can recommend. Helldivers, the Divers Harder Edition. I believe this is also on PS4. But if you choose to play it on PS3 and not PS4, they have it available. So I would recommend to get that here. Same thing with Revengeance. Same thing with Blood and Wolves, but you can play that on 360 as well. It depends if, like I said, your platform is here. I'm trying to find the exclusive stuff that's really tied to PS3. So bear with me, guys. This right here used to be a DS game. It's also on Xbox 360. I believe it's via back compat on the Xbox consoles now. So that's why I can't really recommend it, but it is a very good game. Something like Final Exam or Alien Raid. Ethan the Meteor Hunter. You can only get them this way. And if PlayStation should prefer platform, then this is where you should get them. You see the Puppeteer? Very, very excellent, underrated game. And this game is actually exclusive to PS3. You can't even play it on PS4. It's the only place you can get it. So I definitely recommend you get it here if you can't get it physical, because it has become harder to find as of late physical. The DuckTales Remastered, same thing. You can play on Xbox One, 360 rather. I would recommend it if you prefer to only play on PlayStation. Excellent classic, remake. Obviously, Zone of the Enders, the collection edition here. This is the second runner HD. This is only on PS3, and you can't play it anywhere else. Both 1 and 2 I would recommend to get here. This is Maruku's Curse. Now, what I don't remember is if this game is a shooter, which I think it is. You ever seen this, son? Yeah, this is like a top-down shooter, but that you're on foot. This actually looks pretty cool. And I believe, I'm almost 100% sure that it's only available here on the PS3. I've never seen it before. Even on the Switch. And the Switch pretty much has everything. They've been recycling everything from PS3 and the Xbox Live Arcade this generation. Another game I highly recommend. It's on an Xbox 360, but it's super duper expensive on both platforms. If you can't find it physical, I would recommend for you to get it, which would be Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage Part 2. Same thing like Darksiders or Darkstalkers Resurrection, which we do have on the 360, but again, if you prefer to play on PlayStation, this is the place to get it. The Odd Worlds March Odyssey HD. This is not back compat on Xbox, and it is an OG Xbox game, but they did a remaster and it's here available on PS3, and you can play it on PS4, so it just depends where you want to play it, but it is one that is available. Same thing like Fighting Vipers, the Guilty Gears Encore Plus. These are all 360 as well, but you can play them here if this is your preferred platform, like Sonic Fighters, Virtual Fighter 2, Tool Jam, and Earl 1. Good games. Tool Jam and Earl 2. Kami HD is also available on New Gen, so I would recommend playing on New Generation consoles. Killzone HD Collection. I don't think you can play on PS4, so I think it's only stuck on PS3. Physical, it's not as easy to find anymore, I believe, also. So I would recommend for you to, play it and get it here digitally. Ninth is another one that you can place elsewhere, but it's not easy to find. You can't play it via back-to-back 360 and Xbox One console, so I would recommend it there first, but it is a good game. Same thing like Realm of Ancient Wars, which is raw. This is 360, Hell Yes, Sonic Adventure 2, Jet Set Radio 2. Those games I recommend. Get them, they're only digital. And if you don't want them on 360, then play them here where you prefer to play on PlayStation. The Metal Gear Solid here, Peace Walker HD, which is a remaster of the PS Vita one, I believe. You can get this on PS3. This is only here. Ratchet and Clank Original Part 1, Going Commandos, Deep Black is another one that was also on 360, but if you prefer to play here, get it here. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, that's another one. The Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty HD Edition, Part 3 as well. Now this here I highly recommend, because this was only on the Wii, and it's become very hard to get. But the best place to play it is on the PS3. This is the best version. So the Resident Evil, the Dark Side Chronicles. And this is the first one. And then they have Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles, which is the second one. I would recommend for you to get both of them because they're only available digitally on the PS3 and are not easy to find. Now this is like a Dynasty Warrior style S game, which is called Malicious. This is also exclusive to PS3. If you're into the Dynasty Warrior genre, then this is one I recommend as well. Virtual Fighter 5 Final Showdown. You can play here, but I believe it's back on Xbox, so I wouldn't recommend it. The Galaxy Miracle World 1, Monster World, Hang On Shinobi, Revengeance Shinobi, Monster World, Monster Boy, Wonder Boy Monster World, Wonder Boy Monster Land, all available via Xbox 360 as well, along with Sonic the Hedgehog 4. But if you prefer to play on PlayStation, then this is the place to pick them up. Now, this here, highly recommend, because this is only available on PS3. No other console has it. And this is House of the Dead 4, the arcade game, which is an arcade release and only came out on PS3. I Am Alive, the very original Last of Us, like I tell people, is a great game, smaller independent game, and it is available on 360. But again, if your PS3 is your preferred place to play, then this is where you should buy it and pick it up. Same thing like MotorStorm RC, MotorStorm, Jackson Dexter 3, Jackson Dexter 2 and 1. Zero Track is another one that looks good. That I believe is exclusive only here. This one right here, this is like a 2D side scroller. It is kind of pricey, but you know, it looks decent enough. Hopefully we'll run through these real quick. Right there, that's only again available on PS3, and you can play this only via PSN now. Scary Girl is another one, unless you want to play it on 360. House of the Dead 3 is another one, unless you want to play it on OG Xbox. And 360, I think we played Sonic CD, Splinter Cell series, Sly Cooper 1, 2, and 3, as you see here. Sega Bass Fishing, Crisis 1, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Resident Evil Code Veronica's Backwards Bat on Xbox, so I'll recommend it there. And Black Ops is another one I would recommend. Altered Beast, if you want, but you could play that on newer consoles as well. They have an Elevator Action Deluxe, a remaster, revision, or remake, imagination of the game. This is only exclusive here on PS3, so I would recommend that. Things like Outland here and Beyond Good and Evil, you can play on the Xbox One, even Golden Axe via back compat on the new console, so I would recommend it there and not here. So the main ones that stand out is like Elevator Action, things like Sly Cooper 1 and 2 and 3, the Jax 1, 2 and 3, House of the Dead 4, things that are really just dedicated and stuck and available only, on the PS3 platform. Just like this one, Zack Zero. Do is I'm gonna add it to my cart so that I know that I'm gonna pick it up before it comes out of the store. And again, I'm an Xbox fan, first and foremost, but I've always played on other consoles for games that I know, unfortunately, will never make it to the Xbox platform for whatever reason, whether it's licensing, deals or because they're more Japanese-centric and the developers don't support the Xbox platform. So this is why I'm recommending these to you. From the heart. There's no catch to this. It's not that I'm turning pony. It's just that I play games, and whether I like the platform or not, or it's not my preferred platform or not. Another great game, Sacred Citadel. Highly recommend it, even though it's backwards compat on Xbox. So I try to pick out games that I know you can't find anywhere else. And that's what I'll buy on, other consoles. Like in this case, for example, the PlayStation 3. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Some people don't understand that. Some people don't agree with it, but that's why we're all different. I just kind of wanted to do my own guide on this because I see a lot of people recommending games that you have really no reason to buy here, like this Flashpoint Remaster, because you can play them on a better console at a better quality for basically free if you own the games already, or at a much cheaper price. That you can save and preserve and take it with you for the future with upcoming releases, and not have to worry about losing them and keeping them stuck on one console that is older, and if it gets messed up and you can never acquire it again, you basically lost those games. Like Blood Knight is another one you can play back and back via Xbox. Good game that I recommend, like Raiden 4, Overkill, another one you can play back and back via Xbox. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Blood of the Werewolf is another one. Smaller game, but fun, fun games, fun little games. So yeah, guys, let's get out of here. And this one here, the shooter, called Shooter Space Shot. Put this on the card as well. So I have what I want, and you know what I want. Don't forget. This is another one that's exclusive only to the PS3. Alright guys, so we're almost done here. I know the video is going a little long, but hopefully it'll be informative and will help you guys out. So we're going to go now with PlayStation 1 Classics, and last we'll do the PlayStation Vita because they have a lot of games. So off the hip, I recommend for you to pick up, right? And that would be Tomba Part 2. Goes very expensive in the market right now. It's only $5.99 here. Let's see some screenshots here of this. I don't know, I'm not too much over the Star. This is the Starfighter Sandvane Classics. Another one that I recommend is Armored Core, Echo Knights, Strider 2 for sure. This is only available on PS3. It was on PS2, but the disc is very, very expensive. So this is and it's the arcade version. So Strider 2, that will be your best option here. I want to say the Gunship because I remember this game being quite decent, but I can't really remember off the top of my head, so I won't recommend it. But since it's $5.99, I would say just look into it. Perks Adventures was kind of fun. Something like Jets Enter the Gecko, Jet Moto were really fun. Alone in the Dark. Even though the Dreamcast version is the better version, but you can get it here if you can't get it on Dreamcast. It is kind of expensive on Dreamcast. Tomba right here, obviously. The Legends of Dragoon, Darkstalkers 3, which I don't know why I haven't even thought about picking it up because I don't think we have that. Future Cop LAPD. Now, Chrono, this is the very first one, original. But there's a better version on the Wii, which I would recommend. Even though you can play this one on the PS3, unless you want to see both versions. But I would recommend it on the Wii. But if this is your preferred place to play, then I'd say play it here. Vanguard Bandits, another good one. Legends of Dragoon. It's a classic Chrono Cross, which I believe is the sequel to Chrono Triggers, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. There's Chrono Trigger as well. Street Fighter Alpha 3, because it's expensive on the Dreamcast. If you want to get it here, it's only $10. And of course, Paradise Eve 2, the classic, because these games, again, physical for PS1, have become rare and in a lot of cases very expensive. So let's go into the last tab, and I put this one has the most games. So let's go into it now, which is PlayStation Vita. And if you stayed with me this far, thank you, because I know it's not easy. So for Vita, a lot of the games depend on what was actually exclusive there. So I see a lot of stuff that was shovelware, and I know a lot of stuff was available via other consoles, like this one, Demons. You can actually play this on PS4 and Xbox One. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you want something like that on the go, right? But this is so you can play on your PS3, or you can also play it on your Vita. So I don't know if they have them here, but I know one of the games from PSP was Virus, or Infected rather. That's a game I would recommend. Spirit Hunters NG right here is another one I can recommend. The Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, that's another one I would recommend. But I don't know if they have them here, because there were some that were only on PSP and not PS Vita, even though they were their portables on both, because they both use different formats as far as disc is concerned. For Christ's sakes, they have right here, look, Night Trap Edition. This is something you can play, you know, I believe on PS4, but if you want to get on the go, it's here. Ghoul Boy is another one I would recommend. You know, Avestius Chronicles is another good one. Night Cry. Let's see. London Detective Mysteria, if you're into that. The Persona Dancing in Starland. These are like dance games, but I believe they were exclusive only to the Vita. I Am Hero. Time Spinners is a very good one, but you could also play it on bigger consoles. But if you want it on the go, it's a good game. Chasm, Super Stardust, Riddle Corpse EX right here is another one. Let's see. King of Fighters 97, if you want it on the go. The Secret of Mana, if you want it on the go, it's still going for $30. Time Recoil, Mercenary Kings, Xenon Valkyrie is another one that's available now, but a good game if you want it on the go. I don't know. I really can't. Mara Skelter's Nightmare, The Wise 3, or Yeez. I call it Wise. Valkyrian Revolution. A lot of these RPGs I would recommend, but the problem is a lot of them, they're not even dubbed in English. So if you can't read Japanese, it's going to be very hard for you to play them. So I don't want to recommend them, right? Look, Berserk, which only came out on PS4 rather. I don't even think it's PS3. They got a Vita version. So if you want that on the go, I'm pretty sure it's dumbed down, but you can play it. Sword Art Online. It's a highly regarded one. Exile Ends, another good one. Valkyrian Drive. God Eaters 2 and 1. Dungeon Punks is small but fun. I don't recommend it for $14.99. But you know, Attack on Titans. That's up to you. God Eaters 1, like I said. It's up to you how you want to spend your money. Odin Sphere, right? Yeah. So I mean, I'm not seeing really the Foul Plays. Another one. Breath of Fire 3. Boy and His Blob. The Legends of Heroes, Trial of Cold Steel. That's a good RPG as well. The Star Wars Originals from the Super NES. You have it there. You can take it on the go. One thing I'm surprised that they don't have a lot of shooters. I thought they would have more shooters here in the store. I believe they do have them, but mostly physical. And PS Vita stuff is very expensive because it's all proprietary. And since it didn't do well, especially here in the States, look, the Soltner X2 and Final Complete Addiction, since they didn't do as well here in the States, a lot of those games were very small run, limited run. If you get the Japanese version, then you'll have a better chance, but it all depends on the type of genre. Again, because of the language, they're not dubbed. You're not going to be able to read them. You know, Lego, the Batman Beyond 3, Lego style. The Natural Doctrine. Arcana Heart 3 is a classic as well. Phantom Breakers, that's another fun one. Fighter. Child of Light, Ladies Moon Chronicles. Soul Sacrifice Delta. The PSP God of Wars. I don't know exactly. I think this is an RPG. I don't remember. No, yeah, it is an RPG. Yeah, this is another one that was real high regarded. The Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. This is another one I would recommend. And you could only play it on a Vita. So the Vita, not so much. You know, Flower, that. The Batman, the Black Gates, that's on 362. That was a PSP or no, Nintendo DS original, I believe. Malicious Rebirth. This is like it looks like a hack and slash, kind of like in Dinosaur. This is the one called Rebirth. I don't know what it is. Because it was specifically made for Vita. Yeah, that's like a Vita version. Yeah, it's a combat. It's like a hack and slash, which is pretty cool. I got it. You know, Killzone Mercenaries is exclusive to Vita. Definitely clicking on that. We got a Dragon's Crown for it. Jackson Dexter's Collection, my favorite platformer from Sony. Ratchet Clank Full Throttle. Guilty Gear Plus, Ninja Gaiden 2 Plus, Guacamelee, Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 Collection, Alien Breed was another one that was good, Earth Defense Force 2017, Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, the Oddworld Strangers Wraths HD, which was an OG, but they got a new one now, so it all depends if you want to play it on the Vita or not. But it's available on other platforms. Dukuru, I believe it's a Vita exclusive as well. Ragnarok Odyssey, Silent Hills, The Book of Memory is the Vita exclusive as well. I don't remember if it came on any other platform, but I believe not. We use this Vita, and obviously Gravity Rush 1, we truly play PS4, then Gunneer. These are now available on other platforms. The Resistance Burning Sky is exclusive just for Vita, so I would recommend for you to get it here. You can only play it on Vita. Continue, right? Shift Extended, or Blaze Blues, another good one. Yes, Uncharted, The Golden Abyss is only available on Vita right now. Yeah, Soldier Blade is a good one as well too. This is a shoot 'em up, if I'm not mistaken. And you can play on Vita on the go. So there, guys, there you have it. That's pretty much every single game that I would wholeheartedly recommend for you guys to play. The PS3, because you can only play them on PS3, or they're only available on PS3, or they're just, PlayStation is your preferred platform, and you'd rather just play them there, not on a 360 or Nintendo Switch or Wii rather, then you have an opportunity to buy them there, because some of them, the discs are just expensive, rare, and gotten really much more expensive and pricier now, depending on the situation, as I explained as I went along, or even that they're not available anymore, only digitally, or some of them, the license expired in other places. So I hope that my walkthrough and buying guide recommendations from my own personal opinion and experiences of games that I consider really good or hidden gems or worth the time of day helps you guys out, and that you take it for what it is. Me trying to do something helpful, but being truthful, because there's some of these that they're not worth getting if you can play them other places for free with better upgrades and better versions of them, like on the Xbox One. Because I know most guys that are like PlayStation are not going to do that, or don't know that you can play those. Like, let's say something like Contra Hard Codes, which you get it free this month. You can play it via back and back. So guys, it's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute blast. I know the video probably went a little too long for some, but stick with me, and if you did, thank you, because I think it'll be insightful and very helpful. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Let me know what you think in the comments below about my choices, my picks, or some of them. As always, share this video with someone you think might like it. For all those who continue to come by and support my channel with the content I create, thank you, because without you guys, my channel would not be sustained, or still would not have any value. And for those that come in new to check my channel out, thank you and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what I did and subscribe, thank you so much, because I know that you have to. I appreciate it very much. I'm very humble, and it means the world to me. But since you did, just remember, I'll consider you now part of my family. And as always, you can find me on social outlets and mediums like on Twitter under HeBot Powerful Gamer, and on Instagram under C_respect. You guys can DM me there if you want to have any questions. If you'd like to make donations for having to do any type of showcase or review on my channel, that'll be my pleasure. It'll be an honor. Just hit me up there and we'll work out the particulars. You can also find me on Xbox Live and on the Nintendo Switch, for example, under HeBot 8. On here, as you saw, my gamer tag here on PlayStation is Alfel from Sky. You can find me here. And, as always, you guys, if you ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, because you have the means to it, because you like what I do, or because you simply want to help me out from the kindness of your heart, because you enjoy my content. And because, my channel's really not too big, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, I don't have a party chat, I don't have a super chat, I don't really have a lot of support, other than my Patreon and PayPal, which I created myself, but, it's obviously something that is from your own heart, and if you choose to, you don't have to. Description below. That's how you can find me, that's alright. So, this is your boy, HeBot, signing off with my PlayStation 3 buyer's guide from their store before they actually close it down. So I hope it was helpful, insightful. Love you guys. See you in the next one, and bye-bye. Hey guys, a real quick B-roll. There were some games that for some reason I didn't see in the store as I was scrolling. And I'm going to point them out to you guys because they are exclusive to PS3 only. You can only play them there. And I do own them because I bought them long ago, and I kind of, overlooked the fact that I had them in my library and did not see them, like I said, on here on the phone, please. I did not pick them up, or did not see them in the store, so I picked them up, so I didn't mention them, rather, sorry. And that is first with, right here, as you see here, we have the game called Rain. It's a very unique game, puzzle platformer with a little boy. He's cast in shadows, and in the shadows rather, and you have to use the shadows that are created by the rainstorms to play the game, where you gotta, kind of run away from evil demons. Another game is the Kick-Ass 1 video game. This was also another game only available on PS3, and you can still purchase it. I don't know what the pricing point is, but still pretty cheap, I believe, and it's available only on PS3. Another game is Papo y Joe. And Papo y Joe is a wonderful little game with a little boy and his friend, and same vein as Majin, The Forsaken Kingdom, to give you an example, and it's a very delightful game, very fun, that's only available exclusively on the PlayStation, PlayStation 3. So those are some games that I wanted to point out, and as a matter of fact, right here with you guys, what I'll do is I'll go see if I can go into the store, and we'll type them up just to see if they are there, and to show you guys, turn off that light in the kitchen real quick, to show you guys if they actually come up, because since you can't see them in the regular tabs where they're selected, or maybe I just missed them, I don't know. You do have a search bar on the upper top, and I'm going to show you really fast. Hopefully this will load in, because it takes so long to load in on PlayStation, how you actually can look for it. So we go to search up here in the bar there on the top, right? Go there, right? And then what you do is you press in to go in. We'll start off with, rain, right? You go to the letter R A I N, and it'll show you every game using that name. And there it is, rain. Go into it, and it'll show you. It says download. See? I wish I could see how much it is. I can't see it. Maybe it was on if I was in another, in another profile. But we got rain, so now we'll check out. Let's check out Kick-Ass, right? So we go to K, Kick. C, K, and then, there it is right there. Kick-Ass. There it is right there. It seems to be still, available, as you guys can see. Again, I don't know how much it is, because I have it, so it'll just give me the option to download, which I don't know why, because I think it should be already downloaded in the game. Then the other one is Papo. Papo y yo. There it is, and yo. It's supposed to be in Spanish. There it is. You can download that. And there's one more, and I believe it's the Dead Space Extraction, which was originally on the Wii. But it's a railgun shooter, like in House of the Dead video. And they made it for PS3, and of course, being that the PS3 is better hardware, I would recommend it more. Obviously, to be played better on, Dead Space. Wondering if I put it under E for extraction, and it'll pop up. May not be in the store, but I'll show you guys real fast that I do own it and that it was there. So you would have to do a little bit of deep diving and searching in the store to see if you can find it. But if I go to the games, once it loads up, like I said, you see I have House of the Dead 4 there, which is kind of weird because it should come up. You see it right there? It says Dead Space Extraction. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if we go to, I don't know, PS Store again, and then go to PS3. But yeah, guys, there you have it. I wanted to do a little B-roll in between because I noticed that, I missed. I'm telling you guys about those set games. I'll try to add it either in the beginning or at the very tail end of the video. Let's see if it goes through. Again, we'll go to PS3 games. See if it'll pop up. Sorry it takes so long. Movie games. All games. Then we go to add filter. Go to platform. PS3. And again, it should be either Dead Space series. I'm going too fast for the store to load up. Try to go here really fast. I don't see it, guys, but nonetheless, it is there. I don't know if you can still download it, but it is a game that I would recommend only getting on PS3 because it's only available there unless you want to play the better version, rather. They also have one called GSC, which I think they discontinued. Right, GSC was discontinued. And what was the other one that you said? For GSC, see, I can't see it, guys. I thought it would be with the actual, you know, Dead Space series, but I don't see it, so. Yeah, guys, you know, I just wanted to add those to show you guys that they were there and that they're PS3, something you might want to get on PS3. All right, thank you, guys.